Aloha everyone, this is Stephanie with Whispering Dragonfly Wellness coming to you with your pick a card reading. We are having some major storms and flooding right now in Maui, and so I wanted to get on here with that change energy. Anytime we have storms or natural disasters or things that are in movement and transformation, it always brings up a deeper truth. And so today I wanted to ask the question in the pick a card of what deeper truth is your soul asking to be revealed at this time. And remember, any truths that come up, whether they may look good or bad, there's no such thing, right? Whatever energy is presented, it's for your growth towards your outcomes. So I would say think about your situation, what you're going through at this time, different things that you might be working on, and remember that this is a group reading, okay? So if you'd like to do a one-to-one reading, I do have that available on WhisperingDragonfly.com. I have one-to-one readings and my coaching sessions, mentorships, and MAUI one-to-one retreats available now. So all of those things are available. So we are going to get started with pile one. Okay. Boop, boop. All right. So pile one, welcome. I'm so grateful. So what truth is your soul revealing at this time? Right now we have the third eye chakra. So you guys picked the third eye chakra. So the truth is coming through being revealed from your third eye. That's your inner sight. That's your inner knowing. That's your inner visioning. It says the frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination and our psychic powers. So one of the truths right off the bat that is opening is I feel like with this group, you guys are much more intuitive than you might think. We also have, they're showing me that many of you are awakening to the next level of your psychic and intuitive abilities at this time. And so let's look at that. And it's funny because I just looked down and it says 999 in the barcode, and 999 means complete on all levels. So one of the truths is you're complete with a family pattern or a pattern of being and identity that worked for you for a certain amount of time, but now it's time to level up into the next identity, and that's what the truth that's being revealed to you. Perfect. We have miracles as your other card, okay, with the double rainbow there. They're like night bows. So I do feel like for some of you, because how I'm feeling this is that many of you have been stifled from a family or religious reason from using your intuitive or psychic faculties. Now remember, miracles as an organic human living in a human experience, miracles is the normal. Okay, it is normal to have miracles and to experience those if we are open. And so as your third eye is opening, your soul's saying, listen, there's a miracle coming. For some of you, I feel like there is a pattern in the families that may be of lack, impoverishment, of fear, okay? I also am seeing that many of you in your family lines may have grown up quite religiously, so you weren't able to openly speak about your intuitive findings, things that you just knew in your gut and your inner vision, like, hey, that is not exactly correct for me. I'm seeing something different. But I feel like there's been a stifling of being able to express that. Almost like a veil was put over your intuition at a young age because you got told that that was weird or different. And actually, not only are miracles coming in for you, so there's a truth here that your ancestors, it's very ancestral and family line oriented. So many of you may have been working on some family patterns. It's very much in the astrological energy right now to work on those family patterns and be able to shift those for your whole lineage. But you have people who were either medicine women, would have been, because they're showing me my great grandmother who was burned at the stake in Salem. And so it's this long line of people who have abilities, can see and can use the herbs and the natural materials, the natural ways of healing the body and regenerating the body that looks like a miracle, but it's actually innate within you, and that has been suppressed. And what I'm hearing is that you guys are going to be coming online to your intuitive visions, your abilities that were stifled. Many of you may already have a propensity to work with plants. You feel more comfortable with nature. You feel more comfortable with animals. Like I'm seeing some people are doing like animal rescue and some other things. And this is extremely specific, so it's not going to be for everyone, but I feel like for one of you, because we just had I haven't even started shuffling, the tower just fell out. For one of you, or maybe a few of you, some financial circumstances, like I'm seeing a pet, feeling like you are going to have to give that pet up. But I feel like the miracle that's coming in is that you actually do get to keep your animal, you're familiar with you, and that there's a miracle around how you get to keep that. And so that's not going to be for everyone. That was just very specific that needed to be said. So the truth is that you know more than you think that you do. The truth that your soul's saying is stop discounting your inner vision. You have seen it. You know what is coming. You know how are they saying that? You know the process of miracles. You know how to do the process of miracles. It's like, like the process of manifestation, the process of, taking that which is in your spiritual vision and your feeling and actually making it manifest into the world. You know how to do the miracles, and they're showing me you know how to collapse time through your dream world, through your visioning. Some of you may be really into the manifestation or law of attraction kind of stuff. This goes further than that, okay? And so the truth is you are more psychic, more powerful than you think you are, but you've had to suppress it. All right, we have 8 of Wands, Justice, Magician, Ace of Cups, and the page of, let me make sure that's a page, Messenger of Water, which would be Cups, but let me make sure the Messenger, they have cute names in this deck. Yeah, it's the Jack. Okay, so this would be the Jack of Hearts. Okay, perfect. So we've got the 8 of Fire is 8 of Wands. Okay, communication incoming. Some of you have already been getting communications from Spirit. It's showing me, because the fire, we are in the year of the fire horse, and things are speeding up, and so your third eye has been opening. Okay, it's really here to balance. Justice means that you're going to get justice. Some of this is legal matters. The truth is, this is energy, your truth. Justice is that truth card. Your truth is that it's time to balance, to come into your power. She's very balanced, okay? They're also showing me this full moon. So the next full moon from when you watch this, there will be miracle, or there will be an opening in the third eye. It's saying that this balances some things for your whole life. Again, we're balancing the family line. We have the Magician. Okay. The Magician is the prerequisite to miracles. It's also what happens right after a miracle. So the Magician is has all 4 tools, okay? But notice it's number 1. So the Magician is the first card after the Fool. The Magician does not know how to do everything. They just have the toolkit, okay? This isn't the Hierophant or the High Priestess that has long since been in their intuitive and magical presence. Okay, this is the beginnings. It's saying you know how to do manifestation. You have everything that you need. And the truth is, you have everything that you need. Okay, it may seem like you need a miracle, either financially or a miracle in your family to open up the doors for you, but you are the one that opens up the doors. And then we have the Ace of Water, which is the Ace of Cups. And so this is saying that the truth that your soul is saying is you need to move towards the offer, whatever that is, that most aligns with your heart. This is moving out of thinking based and into your inner vision based. Okay? And it's saying in order to have what you want, there's communications that are coming in, both from spirit. Water is spirit. There's communications coming in that you have been ignoring, and it's saying you can ignore it no more. The truth is that it is time for you to move into your intuition, to move into that which you love to do, because it's going to balance your whole world. Even in the 3D, we're in a human body consciousness, it's going to help with that. Your overall energy is the 10 of Earth. This is my favorite card in the deck because the 10 of Earth says there's an abundance. 10s are abundance, and we're in a 10/1 year right now, which is new beginnings and abundance, and Earth is Pentacles. Okay, this has to do with the 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of Earth means that you have all of your emotional needs taken care of, all of your financial needs taken care of, happy family, happy life, travel. It is a card of abundance in every form. And so that is the truth that's coming through for you guys, okay? So it is time to allow yourself to open up to your third eye, to open up your extrasensory perceptions. And that is going to actually bring you opportunities that you love. And it is balancing for your family. So right now it feels like there is an imbalance. Now we're going to be moving into the balance. And that balance requires you to open yourself up to your spirit side as well as your grounded side. And it will give you actual miracles and manifestation on the earth plane if you do the action steps to allow that to open. And what are the action steps? That can look like writing down your dreams. That can look like having an intuitive hit, as we call it, like, and actually telling someone about it, right? That can go, I'm having this intuition. Let me make an action step towards what I love, towards what the intuition is telling me, right? Not what anybody else is telling you. And it's funny because I'm getting hiccups all of a sudden, and I don't do hiccups typically. So there may be a fear around some hiccups with the energy. That's okay, you're learning. It's have a student's mind. Remember, the magician is just starting out, okay? But just start. Just allow yourself to open up. This helps to clear your entire family line, and you cannot keep suppressing it, because some people, again, I'm not a doctor and this isn't medical advice, but what I'm feeling is that suppression is giving migraines. I have a lot of pressure that's starting to happen around my eyes and like the side of my temples and the top of my head that wasn't there before. It's because there's nowhere for this intuitive energy, for this inner vision to go if you're not going to do some action steps on it. And so that's the truth that's going to be revealed. You are much more intuitive than you think that you are. It's like, I think that you know unconsciously and even a bit consciously that you are extremely intuitive, psychic, like many of you may be opening up to mediumship, or they're showing me the old way of saying it in the church is like the gift of like prophecy. Okay, so prophesying. And so that's just being able to see what the next things are that are coming from the future. So you're able to do that, and it's asking you to be embodied and do an action step. That way you can have it on earth and not just in your head, okay? So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much. Please do like, share, subscribe, hit that bell button. And then I do offer one-to-one sessions, both clearing sessions, coaching, and helping people awaken to their own sovereignty. And especially for you guys, since you are going through a wake-up process, if you've chosen this pile, I would love to be of assistance to you if that resonates with you, to help you move through the change pieces so that you can be solid in your knowing of who you are and be able to make your action steps and decisions according to who you are. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Go to WhisperingDragonfly.com in order to do any of those sessions, and the link should be in the description box below. So until next time, aloha. Aloha pile 2. This is Stephanie with Whispering Dragonfly Wellness, with the question, what truth is your soul needing to open up for you at this time, to bring to you? What truth do you need to hear, see, feel in order to move towards the life that you are asking for? Okay, so you guys chose Remembrance 38. That reduces to master number 11. And then I keep hearing that, oh, do 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 do. And I don't remember, I don't own the rights to that song. I don't even remember the lyrics. I think it's Earth, Wind, and Fire, maybe. I don't know. But that, when I am feeling into this card, that's immediately the song that's going on. So let's look at the frequency here and tell you. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Okay, so remembrance, and I always say with remembrance, to remember. Let's look at the etymology of the word. To do again. Okay, member, our members, right? So bringing back the pieces to ourselves, remembering, putting ourselves back together with the parts of our own self and own soul. And so I feel like your soul is saying that you are remembering both in the consciousness piece, like bringing back those parts, and physically remembering. It's like, I feel like there is a truth here about a group of people, like who you are associating with as part of this. But let's get your other card here and see. We're going to look at the Sacred Destiny Oracle as well here. Oh, there's 2. All right, inner peace and pleasure. Yeah. So you're remembering inner peace and pleasure. There's a truth here. I feel like the truth that's coming through has to do with obligation, pile 2. You're remembering who you are as a soul, your inner peace, and that you are here for pleasure. You are here to enjoy. And I feel like that with pile 2, the energy I get that many of you may be caregivers. You might be people who are highly empathic. And sometimes with that, when people are highly empathic, when they're caregivers, they're those that serve others, that can come with a feeling of obligation. That can also come with a feeling of putting others before yourself, right? And then life gets a little bit heavy. And they're wanting you to remember who you are. So the energy is consistent with, there is a new group of people coming to you. For some of you, it's a new relationship. You might be in the wrong romantic relationship. For some of you, it's a new job. Some of you, it's a boundary that's remembering what is best for my inner peace. Because you are what I keep hearing is the peaceful warrior, right? Like, I feel like when you're really in yourself, the truth of your soul is that you are resilient as a being. That's a very warrior kind of energy. And it's a very peaceful energy. It's one where people can come to you and you can love on them. But I feel like life has gotten heavy for you recently, and it's coming from obligation. You forgot about pleasure. You forgot about giving to yourself in a way that that is satisfying, right? And I feel like what your soul is saying is it's time to remember that. It's also, they're showing me, they said, put this card back up. and it's inner peace. And notice it's two koi fish. And so for those of you that it has to do with relationships, the gauge to know if you're in the correct relationship is, does it bring you peace or does it bring you resistance or strife, right? Does it bring you peace? That's first. Peace, then pleasure. Not pleasure, then resistance, okay? It's peace, then pleasure. It's in order, right? And so as you're remembering yourself, your soul's coming back into itself. I feel like you have, for those of you for relationships, or even I'm seeing like caregiving an elder, that obligation piece is coming to an end. And now you're remembering your own soul's calling. And it is time to surround yourself with people with your own inner peace, and also with people who are congruent and in alignment with that peace, that they also are presenting peace, pleasure. They have remembered themselves, you know, so that you're not, there's this song coming in, this group has got a lot of songs, so you may be auditory or listen to a lot of music, but it's that, and I will try to fix you, right? And that it's they're like crossing it out. Like there's nothing to fix. It's not romantic to have to fix somebody. Doesn't give you any more valor. It doesn't get you any more points in heaven to fix other people. In fact, it can sometimes keep them from their journey of learning themselves. And so this is what your soul's saying. This is the truth. Like, there is a harsh truth coming forward, and I'm going to give it in the nicest way possible. It's saying that many of you have found your value and your worth through being needed. And when you're not needed anymore, you don't know who you are. But what that does, as an arrogant and codependent way, it means that you are bringing people to you who are broken in order for you to feel like you're something. And it's saying that's the truth that needs to be seen, is, can you give yourself that affirmation, that inner peace? Can you be needed by yourself instead of bringing people to you who are less than, right? Or who are using you in order to feel needed, okay? I'm going to go one more here, grabbing your cards. Oh, wow. All right, friends, you guys are about to do a whole glow up. So while that's kind of the harsh truth, the reason behind it is we have Messenger of Fire. This is the Jack of Wands here, okay? Very passionate, communicative energy coming in. And it's coming in around strength and love. Okay, love is the Lover's card. Strength, Leo energy here, but it's really about taming the beast within ourselves. It's not about fixing the lion. It's about standing in your own strength and power so that you can tame that lion within yourself, and you can be peacefully amongst passion, right? I feel like what has happened for you guys is that in relationships of all kinds, but specifically romantic relationship, there has been a lot of passion, a lot of remembrance. It can feel like I've known this person at a soul level, and it's saying, do not lose yourself in the other person, no matter if it's romantic or if it's a family obligation. This feels rather romantic for a lot of you, and it is about choosing yourself, because then we have the Two of Wands and the Empress, okay? And your overall energy is the Queen of Earth, and Queen of Earth is the Queen of Pentacles. It's the pre-Empress energy. So you end up with the Empress energy. The Empress runs an empire. She is obligated to no one and also everyone at the same time. In order for the Empress to do her job, she is the culmination of all four queens. Regardless of your gender, we all are 100% male and 100% female. This Empress energy is saying it is time to choose yourself. The Two of Wands is about a choice. It's a very passionate choice. It is the fire within you. And it's asking your soul, saying, remember yourself. Remember your power. Because it is not playing, it's not serving anyone long term for you to play as less than yourself, for you to play as less than the empress that you are. And the way to get there, Queen of Earth, okay, this does have to do with your values and your financials and energy. It's asking you to pay attention and master where you put your energy. It's asking you to focus on your finances for a minute and take care of you, because then it becomes the Empress energy. Then you get to come into the pentacles have to do with values and currency and manifestations on earth. So money is included in that. I feel like you have undervalued yourself. You may be getting paid less than what you should be, or in relationships taking crumbs. That's actually taking energy from you in the trying to fix the other person. It's taking energy from you that could be giving energy to yourself, to your business, to your thriving. And what it's saying is that when you come to your soul's truth is you are here to run an empire, whether that be a physical business empire or whether that be your family runs like an empire, like you guys are just all leaders. It is because of you. It's your energy. It's a very feminine energy. So if your masculine's watching this, this is your divine feminine in her belonging, in her instructions. The divine feminine leads within all of us. Okay. The divine masculine builds and makes the structure. So this is the feminine's in charge of safety. Okay. You are safe to be you. You are in your belonging. This is saying you have the strength to do that, to tame the beast within yourself in order to have everything that you want. And this is coming as a remembering of your power. Your truth is this pile two. You guys are powerful mofos, okay? You are, like, when I'm feeling the energy, I'm like, hell yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yes, it's super empowered, but you've forgotten that because you've let your peace and you've outsourced in order to be needed. You've traded your power for that. You've traded your pleasure for that. You've traded your peace for that. And your truth that needs to be seen at a soul level right now is you are more powerful than you think. You are able to resource yourself, and therefore everyone around you is in abundance. But it takes you removing yourself from situations that no longer serve you and actually focusing on your inner peace, pleasure, and where do you put your time, energy, money, okay? Those are the practical things, and it's not necessarily easy, but look at what happens. It's turns into a very peaceful moment. The Lover's card was not always about love. It was originally called the choice. So this is saying, are you going to choose other people above yourself, or are you going to choose yourself? Okay. So love you guys. Pile two, y'all have incredible energy, and I cannot wait to see what you build as you remember yourself, as you bring your power back to yourself. Those of you that have been, some of you have been gaslit, some of you have been in situations that are extremely hard, right? And this is the moment that gets you get to make a different choice. Does not mean it's easy, okay? It may be an uncomfortable choice. It may come with action steps that are very uncomfortable to move through. The end result is Empress energy, okay? The end result is you back to your power, inner peace, and pleasure. And that does require some action, and it requires being responsible. This is physically responsible in the world, okay, of where you put your energy, where you put your money, where you put your time, because you're remembering to put yourself first. And that includes getting paid correctly. That includes people respecting you. Minimum is respect. You know, they don't have to like you. That's the thing. This pile has been worried about being liked, and that is not a requirement for respect. They respect you. The fawning has to stop. or else, I mean, you can continue, but it continues deteriorating you. But you guys are on a path of empowerment in a major way, and that is the soul's truth. They want you to remember. And the way is inner peace, pleasure, and time, energy, money being spent appropriately. So thank you guys so much. That's what I have for you. If you would like to work with me one-on-one to kind of organize these energies and do the change work so that you can move forward more quickly, that's available on my website, www.whisperingdragonfly.com. I also have 3-month mentorship and Maui retreats, as well as my amazing NONI leaf skincare products are available in the US. I'm still working on international shipping at this time. So, all right, thank you guys so much, and until next time, aloha. Aloha pile 3. Okay, so our question today is, what truth is your soul needing you to see and remember at this time? And that truth is always for your personal growth, for whatever your situation is at this time. So we picked conception, number 16, which equals a 7, which also has to do with inner truth. Conception, the frequency of conception. I'm just going to read it first. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. All right, the first message that I'm getting is the truth that your soul wants you to remember is that you are a creator, okay? Some of you may have felt like you are at the will or the mercy of that which is outside of you. And the truth is that you are the creator, and you are in alignment with creation itself. I was listening to something the other day, and it was Pam Gregory, and I forget the other woman's name, but the woman that Pam was interviewing was saying, you know, source or creator, she calls that the creation container, because source energy is that creation container, and we are source energy, right? And so that is the first message. I'm going to get another card for you. And I feel like, because I'm trying to shuffle and it's going back and forth kind of thing, and so I feel like you guys may have had some stop starts in something that you're creating, and it's saying go back to the void for a second, and then let's go from there. You guys have 2. All right, we have love and freedom. Okay, beautiful. So some of you may be creating a love relationship, or you may have just left a partnership. And because what I'm hearing is no matter what you feel has been lost, okay, so in a conception situation, that can look like fertility issues. If it feels like this energy feels like there has been like a perceived loss. So this is either a loss of a loved one, a loss of somebody that you were relating to, that you thought you were going to build with. This could talk about infertility or miscarriage, this energy. But what it's saying is that you have the freedom to choose love. So the higher frequency here is actually about conception. They're wanting you to remember that you are free to choose, and free to choose love. I feel like this group, you have an innate ability to love others, and have been forgetting to love yourself a bit, but you have a huge ability to love others and to love at a capacity that some never will be able to, okay? So love in its truest form is they're wanting you to remember the origin of love. The origin of love does not require beauty. It does not require you to be successful. It doesn't require you to be right or correct or righteous. It doesn't require you to be anything, but just come with your heart open and willing to create. And I feel like that's the space that you're actually in right now, should you so choose it, okay? We had the King of Wands showing himself, but let's take some cards here. We've got cards flying out of the deck already. Okay. So there does seem to be a little bit of chaotic energy in your reading around what you're creating. Possibly around love has maybe been a little bit chaotic for you. Oh, there he is again, King of Wands. So passionate king here. You want one more? Okay, perfect. So your overall energy is the Queen of Cups. I feel like this is your energy, okay? And that this holds the most love in the deck is the Queen of Cups. Now, male or female matters not. We all have feminine energy. So if you're male watching this, it's just your capacity, your divine feminine, to hold the most emotion, most love that is possible in the deck. I do feel like that there's some choices. So they're bringing you back to origin. Okay, they're bringing you back to remind you that you get to be the creator, that you get to choose how you love and the freedom therein. We have the Two of Earth, which is the Two of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Earth, which is the Nine of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. This can mean the Nine of Pentacles is a single card. So some of you may be single or have just decided to be, but it says that you've been very successful on your own, okay? That you're actually, at this time, I feel this like juxtaposition, because I feel like with this pile that many of you are, have been successful financially or through a transformation or in your own spirit. Success has very different meanings to different people, but whatever your definition of success is, you actually have been, but you're telling yourself that you haven't because you feel like you've had a loss somewhere else. So this can look like you've been really successful with business but haven't been super successful with relationships. This can be you've been very successful with relationships, but you haven't been great with your health or your body, right? Or, you know, you've been great in other areas. So it's like one or the other. And it's almost like you're not acknowledging your success in the other spaces and bringing those over to you. I do feel like we've got some people in the mix here, and I feel like it's interesting. I feel like it's both people outside you, but also yourself. Okay, so we have Queen of Air and King of Fire. So Queen of Air is the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is how your energy is presenting right now in the feminine energy. The King of Wands is the King of Passion. It's a fast, passionate kind of energy. I feel like this is incoming energy, and this is you who the Queen of Air can come off very cold, calculating. They have their heart kind of in the traditional packs. They have their heart in a cage, basically. And so very clear communication, but almost kind of cold, right? Now in this deck, she holds the Owl of Wisdom. So I do feel like you do have the wisdom. I feel like you are coming through in such a way where you have the wisdom, you have the intuition, you have all of the things that are in the recipe for conception to guide yourself through that void. I do feel like you have a considerable amount of freedom as well at this time, even if you think that you don't. But I feel like when it comes to the new, that you can be a little bit unopen to it, right? A little bit crass, a little bit walls up, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And at the same time, ask yourself, is that who you want to be to receive what you want to receive, right? Because what I'm seeing here, we have the High Priestess with Temptation. Temptation's the Devil card. But remember, the Devil is the Saturn in Capricorn, and it is meant to be there to help you see where the traps are. And remember that the cage is completely open. And that while there may be temptation as you're creating the new you, whether that be a new look, a new relationship, a new business, you have the intuition. The high priestess is at the mastery of the spiritual world and the mystery. And the conception is also in the mystery. It's in the void. And so you have the navigation tools. That is the truth that your spirit wants you to know, that your soul wants you to know, is that you have the tools that it takes to navigate the void and to use any kind of temptation for your benefit. Because here's the thing with Saturn and Capricorn, is Saturn is like Big Daddy Sky, that I call, and everything in the material plane comes through Saturn. And it asks you to remove negative limiting beliefs and negative limiting emotions, okay? It's going to tempt you. Have you learned your lesson? It's like a kind of strict father that says, I'll give you everything that you want on earth, but you have to make sure that you change these programs, right? Can you withstand the temptation to be the old self? And I feel like you can. You've got the high priestess here, and the high priestess comes right after the magician. Okay, the high priestess is the mystery. She works in silence, and so there is a part of you that does know everything that needs to be known in order for you to have what you want to have, whether that be a love relationship. And I feel like it's the freedom to love, because we have freedom in love. And you have birds in your reading, multiple ones. And it's like, you don't have to be trapped by love anymore. You can create a different way to where you can have your success, where you can have your emotions fulfilled, where you can have your intelligence and your intuition and everything being in your forefront without giving yourself over to being ruled by another, okay? I feel like in the past you may have felt trapped or at a loss because of things not working in a way that actually let you be you and be able to show the love that you are in a way that was as you. You know, it felt like you were working for other people or helping them, or if you were attracted to pile 2, there was the caregiver energy in that pile. And this is the same kind of energy where now there's no need for you to create that your love gets taken advantage of in a way that is harmful to you. And I feel like that's the patterns that are being shifted. It's saying you're going to have this. You're going to have the freedom that you want. You're going to have the life that you love, even after a time where you felt like you may have lost something. It's coming back to you, and it's asking you to be the creator, to refine what that means to you, to love and be loved, to have the freedom, to be able to be in your best self, right? This 9 of Earth, they are super successful in their best self, like in their power, and it's asking you to be that and to choose that. And it's reminding you that you are the conceiver. You are the one who goes into the void, and that you are able to make the shifts and changes despite what the manifest world, what the movie is showing you. Remember that what you're experiencing right now is the reverberation of previous ways of emoting, previous ways of envisioning how your life's going to be. So right now, the now that we're in is actually a reverberation. So you can change your future now by conceiving it differently. And that's the reminder, and the truth is to remind you that you are the creator and the conceiver of your reality, and you can choose to do it differently, and you can choose to do it your way. And that looks like even love from a romantic perspective can have an immense amount of freedom in it, because there's a need for freedom here in your cards. And you know, in other relating of all kinds, other ways that you love, you can all fly together. You know, it's like if you are building a business and you don't want to feel trapped or constricted, This shows a whole flock flying together, individuals, but same purpose, flying together. You know, so you can create it because you can have whatever you like. It's saying like you can create it differently for yourself. And so that's what I have for you today. I'm really excited to see what you create, because you guys really are spectacular human beings. This energy is really spectacular. And so it's just a reminder that you are the creator and the conceiver of your own life, and that even after a time of perceived loss, and they are saying perceived loss because it's not actually loss, so whatever you feel like has been left you, know that something else, you're making the adjustments to your creation, and something else that's coming is going to bring out that Queen of Cups part of you that is the most love in the deck, and you're going to be able to express that through you and as you. Okay, so thank you guys so much. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one to work with your specific situation and actually move through the change work so that you can create as you, you can do that on my website, www.whisperingdragonfly.com. I have one-to-one sessions, mentorships, and MAUI retreats that are one-to-one in my home, as well as all of my products that help to sustain your natural frequency with the NONI leaf. Those are available on my website as well. For those of you that live in the US, I'm still working on international shipping, so that will come soon. All right, you guys, love you and excited to see what you create. Until next time, aloha.